All right. So Jilla,
You know,
you're my federal homie. You're my source on federal information, right?
oh yeah, about to,
Because I don't know a whole lot of people from the feds, but I know you.
yeah.
Now, the other day, I was having a conversation with this dude, and I ended up being the fool in the conversation because I didn't know there was an independent white car in the feds.
Yeah.
So, what's the deal? What don't I know? Tell me about the situation. What was it like in Florence? You were in USP Florence?
No, FCI.
FCI Florence?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've been in the USP. I worked over there too.
Oh, that's where you were in the USP, because I remember you saying you'd been in the USP, but you you were never in the USP.
No, we worked over there.
You worked in the USP. You were in an FCI.
In that, yeah. FCI medium high.
Okay.
It was banging more than fucking USP was in 2006, 7, and 8. Believe that. Ask anybody over there, they'll tell you. But,
that's whenever homie set off the yard, out there hailing Hitler, set off the yard. I remember that.
Yeah, they went hard over there. But independent car, dude, is like, I mean, like I was telling you earlier, how independent are they? Because really, if something pops off, if you're independent car and I'm Colorado car and something pops off with a black dude or a fucking Serenials or whoever the fuck it is, you gotta go. So how does that make you independent? And if you don't, then believe me, after I'm done getting my ass whipped and we come off lockdown, they're coming to see you. The white dudes are, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna fucking come for you, dog, because then you're in violation for not backing up. So, like, you're gonna be responsible for other people just because of the color of your skin, and that's the way it is there, dog. It's just different politics. It's like its own little world. But there was the first time I was there, I don't remember any independent car. The second time I went to Florence was there was an independent table then, but then when the issue comes up with the independent car member, then the other independent car dudes are told to go get them. So I mean, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? It's just another fucking gang, pretty much, is what it is, bro.
So you felt like it was? You felt like it was a gang, but it wasn't a gang, or?
I mean, it's we call them cars in there, but
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? So
yeah. It's not official, right? It's just who you're riding with.
yeah, it's who you're riding with. But you know, if you're riding in a car, you don't want your car to look dinged up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And if I'm riding in the independent Cutlass, and I take pride in my car, driving it, you know what I'm saying? I don't want no dings, so I'm gonna polish out those dings. You know what I mean? In a way.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so.
And you felt like that wasn't happening in USP Florence, or in the FCI Florence? Excuse me.
No. I mean, there was the second time they actually had their own table, independent car.
There was some structure?
Yeah, and there was some structure, but I didn't look at it any different than the Utah table or the fucking Texas AB table. Same shit, you know what I'm saying?
Just more white dudes?
Yeah, and really they weren't even that deep, dude. It was maybe 15 to 20 of them. But, I mean, yes, so all that, I'm just gonna do my own thing, that ain't going down, dog. Not over there, it's not.
Yeah.
Maybe in lower securities, but Florence has a pretty bad reputation for itself. But the second time I went back, it wasn't really cracking like the first time, but...
What year was that? When was it?
2014. I was over there again, yeah.
FCI Florence?
I take that back, because the first day, FCI Florence, the first day I got there, I went back with a couple of fucking my old road dogs, Bronco and my little homeboy Matt, and it was the first day of chow. I just got all my clothes, and we were talking about how we just had 9 months on this little violation, which ain't shit after you're doing 100 and some months. And so I'm like, I'm gonna get into this schooling and fucking get right. We go up to the chow hall for lunch, all our crisp new gear, and fucking motherfuckers are trying to hand us knives under the table, talking about, get ready, 1 o'clock, we're going at it with the Nebraska car. I'm like, oh my God, are you kidding me? I tried to come up with an excuse. I'm like, well, I gotta go to school. And they're like, see you at 1, buddy. I'm like, fuck, man.
I got work. I gotta be work.
Yeah, man, all of a sudden I became Mr. Schoolboy or something.
Yeah.
I need to go study for my CDL license.
Hey, homie, I can remember getting out of something one time. I didn't want to go to this other unit and violate this fool. They were gonna violate this fool, but there was people already over there that could do it.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, I gotta go to power sewing, and my power sewing job made me like $250 a month.
Yeah.
And dude, the big homie looked at me. He's like, you're right. Go to power sewing. You know, I was running the store and everything else. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's like, all right, you get out of this one.
Yeah, man, that shit was fucked up. First day back.
So what shook out with that? Colorado was gonna fight with the Nebraska car?
Yeah, white boys and white boys.
Didn't work itself out though.
The cops got the lieutenants got the wind of it, and they fucking broke it up before it ever happened. It had something to do with gambling tickets, I guess. But I don't know. I think a couple fools got a little bit of blood on their shoes for it, but nothing major. But yeah, it was just like, damn, you know, like, I'm gonna open your eyes, you're back. You ain't gonna just fucking do what you want, think you're cool again, because you've already been here once, you know what I'm saying?
Thought you were just gonna cruise through?
Yeah.
Thought you were a veterano now?
Yeah. How wrong I was, man. How wrong I was on that.
Yeah, I know how to do this. Yeah. I've been doing it.
I already been here. I remember I still got that picture ID. Matter of fact, this crazy chick's holding it hostage.
Yeah.
But when I got there that night, I had a big old smile on my face in my ID picture, because they were putting me back in my Pueblo Bravo unit. And I'm like, yeah, I get to see my homies.
Back to the same homies that you left?
Bro,
Yeah. See who's left in the pod and shit
Yeah.
like that. I've been through that too. Yeah.
And it's a trip, man, because you see them and they're living the same cells, same cellies, but they've aged, bro. And you see the age when you go back. I was like, what in the fuck, dude? It tripped me out. A couple people, man. This one dude, my neighbor, he was doing life, dude. And he was from Texas, and I've just seen all the gray in his hair when I went back, and I was like, damn, Ray, you're still here. Fuck. And he's probably still there right now, man.
They're like currency. I noticed that
Mm-hmm.
the other day. They were doing a deal, and somebody was like, here, just take these. And they were like, all right, cool.
Yeah, but man, you could catch a fucking vicious charge. And then
I believe it.
I don't even like to be around them, man. They smoke them in the car with me, dude, and I fucking swear, next thing you know, my fucking shoulder's touching my ear, dude. Or my ear's touching my shoulder. I'm out, dude. I can feel that shit. But yeah, I don't like that shit. But I'll just think it. I mean, it's desperation times, really. But this is good. I can tell it's really strong too.
Yeah, this motherfucker's fire.
Nice.
So what was the craziest shit you saw in Florence? Most off-the-wall shit you saw?
That fool. Carnitas got killed. That was fucked up.
Who?
Carnitas.
Paisa?
He was a Southside Sereno from Cuatro Flats.
I know what Cuatro Flats is.
Yeah, he was fucking in my unit, dude. He was cool. I mean, like 2 weeks before he got killed maybe a couple weeks before was his birthday, and he came to me because I used to cook up this mean ass fucking pasta dish, dude. And he's like, Jilla, you cooked that pasta for me and my homies on my birthday? And I was like, and he's like, I'll give you and your celly a free ball, and I'll pay you $10. I'm like, hell yeah, I'll do that for you, dog. And so I made it up, and fucking we ate, and it was crazy because the dudes that killed him were the same ones that were eating with him on his birthday, dog.
No
It
shit.
was a trip, yeah, but it was the
Some of
ugliest.
his homies?
Yeah. They had some type of internal beef going on. I can't speak on it because I don't know.
No, don't speak on anything specific. You know what I mean? I just generally speak on what I've seen. You know what I mean? What I can say, my own testimony, what I can see out of my eyes, not what people tell me or anything like that.
Yeah, it was. I seen a mutilation that day, bro. That fool got mutilated, dog.
They did him bad.
Mm-hmm. dude, for like 30 minutes, dog. And it was ugly. Blocks, knives. But dude was a soldier. He told him, they kept saying, check in on me, check in. And he said, fuck you, kill me.
Oh, they were trying to remove him?
Yeah, it was ugly.
And he wouldn't go.
He wouldn't go in.
I'll get that on your shirt. Right here.
Shit. And it was a bad call, too. Thank you. Oh, man. So, just, yeah, like I said.
That sucks even worse.
A whole lot of shit stemming from that. But it was so ugly. And, like, I've never been the same ever since then. I'll tell you that much, because the next morning I woke up. I thought I was cool, but I must have been in shock. But I woke up the next morning and my jaw was clenched shut, dude. My cellie had to help me unlock my jaw, dude. My shit was like... So I must have been gritting my teeth all night and shit. But it was fucked up, dude. It was really fucked up. I've never seen nothing like it. And then there's still sounds from that morning that'll... like those, you know, the plastic chairs. You hear them when they pull them across.
They scoot across the ground.
Yeah,
and you
yeah.
can hear people banging and things scoot.
Yeah, and then it's kind of quiet, and then you hear that, and just like remembrances, like I guess it would be like nostalgic type shit. Is how I would explain. I don't know.
It's probably a form of PTSD, realistically.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's probably a form of that.
It was. It definitely did. And you know, like ever since then, I've kind of just been like, if anything trauma pops off around me or something, like I'll fucking freak the fuck out, dog. Like sometimes I'll really freak out. And like if I have little issues with people out here, sometimes I'll take it to the extreme, like as far as my defense, you know, like it might just be a couple words, dude, but I'll go fucking strap up and ready to fucking die, ready to kill him, because I see how fragile life can be and how quick it can be taken from you. And it's a lot different when you're sober in there, in that environment, and not, you know, I've seen a lot of shit at the bars, all drunk and shit like that, but man, when you see that shit in real life, dog, fuck, that shit's fucking vicious, homie. Vicious, bro. Like, forever that day will change me. But it is what it is. A lot of times me and my cellie would ask each other, tell each other, we should have jumped in. We should have jumped in. What is this method doing?
Oh shit.
Jesus. We should have jumped in. We should have stopped it, but in that environment, you know what I'm saying?
You can't do that.
Yeah, you can't do nothing. We'd have done that. We'd have been the next ones on the chopping block. You know what I mean?
That's always the scariest thing when your own homies come for you.
Yeah.
It don't matter when anybody else comes for you. Who cares? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, that's what's really fucked me up is when I noticed that, I thought, you know, your car was gonna ride with you, but that's who comes to get you, bro. Your own people. Like, you're not gonna expect the people in the Subaru next to us to wipe out our dents, right? Or get rid of our fucking flat tires. We're not gonna fix their flat tires. We're not gonna fix their dents.